And yeah, I'm getting a bit scared for the moment because I'm looking at a thing. And YouTube wasn't responding for a moment, but now that we should be here, and let me know if there are any audio problems because I was doing a thing earlier. And yeah, I got stuck doing other stuff. But other than, you know, the scuff that was the start of this stream, I pulled everything literally just from the thingamajiggy. So if anything breaks, well, just know I've done my best to check. Also, like I said, I did do some last minute checks just to make sure things were working. But otherwise, we're here to do some stuff as we get to add scars, character exclusive custom characters. And then I pulled, I think, 2 or 3 custom characters, but one of the 3 custom characters is not showing. So I must have done something wrong. It's been a while since I've done 1.01 custom stuff, although not really. So strength, second mystery, dexterity, knowledge, second encounter, and maybe Takshisan. Otherwise, the stream is going to be full of Haspen mysteries because that has been upgraded to 4.0. If those watching right now or in the future as a VOD do not know, then yes, I think there are a couple of, we'll try to do some. If they don't appear, then again, we'll just go through other stuff because I think there's just some minor changes, typos and stuff aside. If not, I mean, we're just here to have fun anyway. So, yeah, let's just go into it. But before we do want to make sure, because we're still playing on Harbinger, because why not? Also, thank you for the good luck, by the way. Yeah, we're just still here to have fun. And that's one of the most important parts. But I'm pretty sure I've already seen one. There's Handkerchief, there's Murderer, but we've done that. And then we'll save like Cicadas and or Hobo for last. But for now, I will be narrating 2 new mysteries and some adjustment to a few older ones. Yeah, so as just mentioned in the chat. So, Terrifying Tale of a Troubled Teen. Hey, look at that. Look at how scary it is. Loud knocking startles the character. Open up, shouts the FD voice behind the door. I know you're there. Please, I beg you. When the door is open, a young man rushes in. There's a grimace, recognizing the person. It's Kazuki, one of the troublemakers living in the apartment block. Tell me one thing, okay? Okay? Hello? You know my 2 buddies? You remember their names, right? Of course you know Kazuki and his friends. Saburo and Jiro, was it? 3 delinquents have been causing trouble around for months, but you don't recall seeing the other 2 in a while. That's because they've disappeared without a trace. Town that they don't exist. And as I die in real life too and forget, the character offers an explanation that maybe they went on a trip outside the city. No, they didn't. I visited Saburo's sister this morning, and she told me she never had a brother. I can't explain how that's possible, but no one remembers them. But you. Please help me find them. All right, we'll try. Yes, you were on time because I was late anyway. The character remembers that Jiro's parents live on the first floor. I'm not sure if I want to go. What if they also... Kazuki gets a pat on the shoulder and they're led downstairs. No, the character briefly wonders, is he playing some unfunny prank on him right now? On the character right now? But first, we gotta take a trip to the police station because this downtown is at max threat level. Oh, incurable cough once down. Yeah, it is a physical problem. It doesn't feel serious, but whenever I eat something, sometimes, yeah, I should probably get it checked out, but I don't get it checked out for whatever reason, so I'm preparing a bit more than a few times, though. And yeah, that's just the thing with me. Hopefully it doesn't feel too serious, but ever since the world fell under a certain thing, let's just say that, about a few years ago, it's been with me, and for some reason I haven't got it checked out, but that's the only thing you'll hear about my condition here, because I don't know what it is, so, yeah. Kazuki takes the character to the floor where Jiro and his family live and knocks on the door. When a middle-aged couple opens the door, Kazuki tries to explain the situation, but they say his joke isn't very funny. The character supports his words and succeeds the charisma check. The character explains to the middle-aged couple that they remember Jiro as well. While they seem confused, they politely reiterate that they do not have a son at all. Kazuki scoffs and leaves, and, the character leaves too, and gets 10 experience. See? Me? I told you, they also don't remember, but I remember. There were 3 of us. The tall guy, Saburo, and the short, Jiro. You remember, right? The character nods again, but they think Jiro was the tall one, no? They offer to ask them about them at the nearby convenience store. Surely someone else must remember them, as we're looking in this alleyway. And a dream man decides to try and oh no dexterity! Kazuki slumps down on a bench, tears welling up in his eyes. But I remember them. They were my best friends. Shinyu des. While we went to the same school, the same class. The character asked if he and his friends took the photos of the yearbook. That's right! You're a genius! The yearbook, the photos, they'll be proof that vampires exist. Let's go! That's not what it said, but hey. No papers, no man. With the disturbed boy in tow, they make it to the school archives. The photo book had our class listed on 2 pages, 18 photos on the first page, 20 on the other. Our names are so spread out that even if someone took the photos out, I totally noticed. I don't know why I took that accent, but, you know, Kazuki says, grabbing the yearbook, offer to help him look. Listening to Kazuki's description, the character locates his class's pages. I see -2 reason and I'm sad, but, you know, the character sweats and shivers when they count the spaghetti photos, and they show the book to the boy who screams in horror. There's only 35 photos. There's only 35 photos, all neatly arranged, and neither he nor his friends are in any of them. Totally radical, dude! Oh, I don't know why I can do that. The character asks the delinquent if he remembers the last time the 3 of them were together. I do, yeah. Raishu. Nope, wrong Japanese. Last week we got some sake and went to the old abandoned mansion in the forest to drink it. His expression changes as realization hits him. We trashed some furniture and this statue, in this forest, in this high threat level forest. Be right back. We riding Kazuki as surf punk. No! But he was cool. Isn't he a delinquent? Start running, by the way. Nope. Failed that too. I gotta rest so I don't die immediately. As the character clears the woods, the young man gasps and points at the dilapidated building. Oh my goodness, let me cough. Okay. This one, we went there. I remember the exact room, I think. Feeling a little unsure themselves, the character nonetheless follows Kazuki as he steps inside the mansion. This max threat level mansion. I just realized that the locations are a bit oof as I get too doomed. Yeah, this way! Kochi Kochi! The teenager shouts excitedly, pointing down the corridor. I think it'd be a bit more informal than that. But anyway, it's the room right at the end of the corridor. To the right! Banner. I messed up the bit I was thinking about. Keep killing. When the two enter the room, the boy stops and gasps in disbelief. The whole room is empty. No remains of a statue, no empty alcohol bottles, nothing. It was here! The delinquent screams, looking frantically around. It was here, man! There was this black statue, and we had so many bottles in here. Where did they all go? That was a completely different accent than I was doing. This is impossible. Try to calm him down. Failing a charisma check because 10 rolls. The character tries to calm the boy down, saying that maybe he's got the room wrong. He's got the room wrongs, but he starts getting hysterical. But I remember them. I remember. Why does nobody remember? Nazada! The teenager starts crying and runs from the room. -2 stamina and the minus a local delinquent. I didn't even notice that we had that. Anywho. The character runs after him and gasps. He's gone. They hear no footsteps, no shouting. By the way, Clock Tower is getting a remake. I don't know why I thought of that here. The character checks the nearby rooms and corridors, but can't find any trace of the delinquent. Breaking into a cold sweat, they get this weird feeling that they need to revisit the room where the boys had their party. Right now! I have a wooden bat, by the way, and handcuffs. The sky was opened! The character stops at the entrance of the room and shivers. In the center of the room stands an ugly black statue. Its only feature is a large white eye staring at the floor. Maybe that's the cause behind the disappearances. Maybe it has some answers. Maybe you should approach. Clutching his head, the character makes uneasy steps as the world begins to spin. He makes it to the middle of the room before it's the eye shifts and stares deep into them. It sees him as he is, confused, worried, unable to comprehend its eldritch form, and then it whispers. You will never come here again. You die to reason between light and shadow and darkness and the door to darkness. Sweaty and tired, the character stumbles through the mansion's doors and starts the long trek through the forest. He feels dizzy as his head fills with blurry images of someone's face and strange names he doesn't remember hearing about before. He soon returns home, exhausted from the trip to the forest and back on foot. Sitting down on the sofa in the living room, he can't help but wonder. Why did they go there in the first place? Hey, that's ending A. To be for good. Oh, look at the eye. Dangerous bands of riders, by the way. Breaking away at the statue in the mansion. we took quite a bit of damage though. I just realized we're like I rested and I'm at 4 stamina anyway, but in the interest of doing the 2 new mysteries immediately. Horrifying history of a haunted handkerchief. Whee! Ring, 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 ring. Hello, it's Hibiki Matsushita. Yes, we were classmates once. Matsushita? Oh my goodness, I'm going crazy. I'm sorry to call you early this morning, but I have a favor to ask. I've just returned to Shiokawa, and I realize I don't have a place to stay, and I don't want to be alone tonight. Please, I know it's very sudden, but could you let me stay at your place just one night? Oh, really? Oh, I'm so grateful. I don't remember where you live, so if you could pick me up from the train station... Thank you so much. The character puts down the phone and grimaces. Didn't Hibiki move back to her home village to live with her parents years ago? And didn't her boyfriend move out with her? The train station is located several minutes away from the apartment block. As he walks down the road, the character's mind begins to wonder. Why would Hibiki return so suddenly to Shiokawa? Where is her boyfriend? Did something happen to her? Or to him? Hello? Oh my goodness, I blew out the mic with that. Picking her up. Inside, the character reaches the train station and starts to wonder, how is he going to recognize her after all those years? Oh, there she is. She hasn't changed at all since the last time you've seen her. The character approaches Hibiki Matsushita and opens his mouth to say hello, and freezes. Physically, it's his old friend, but that facial expression, that depressed stare. She's nothing like the Hibiki you remember, plus Doom. She was always so cheerful and perky. Now she's all numb and silent. What's happened to her? -1 reason. She looks nothing like her past self. She was always smiling and was eager to chat, and now she looks like all the life and joy has been sapped from her, and she's unwilling to talk. Hopefully a more private setting downtown will help her open up. In this shop. Hi. There's a missing girl, though. We gotta take her home first and lose a bunch of stamina, and then rest at home, because that took some stamina out of me. Back at the character's apartment, he offers Hibiki a cup of hot tea. Yes, that would be nice, she says quietly, and sits down at the table. The character decides it's time to ask what happened to her since she left, as we go back to the apartments. Origin story. Oh, look at it. Oh, she got... I'm being haunted, Hibiki says after a while, by a handkerchief. The character blinks in confusion, and she grimaces. See, nobody believes me, but it's true. No matter what I do, it's always there. I throw it away, I tear it up. One time I burned it up in a furnace, and it just keeps coming back. What did it say? She explains that lately this curse is getting worse, to the point it physically exhausts her. And that today is exactly 1 year since the haunting started. Oh! Goodness help. What's happening to me in real life, by the way? I'm being haunted by a handkerchief. The character asks her to stay at his place and rest while he goes looking for clues. She nods solemnly and resumes sipping her tea. 15 experience, hey, we lose the thing. Yo, a straight razor. Yeah, look at this perception-based weapon. Haunted handkerchief that keeps coming back after being thrown away? Hopefully a trip to the public library will provide some clues about what exactly it is, or how to get rid of it permanently. As we're in this street, dodging call. I don't have those events. The character couldn't find anything about cursed handkerchiefs in the library. Frustrated, he returns home, but when he gets close to the door, he suddenly hears a screaming from inside the apartment. It's Hibiki! It's a noise! Return to sender. Hibiki is sitting at the table, sobbing uncontrollably. It's here, that darn thing! Oh, it's already gotten inside, she cries, and the character turns to look after her stare. An old, dirty handkerchief sits on the countertop. Throw it away. The character picks up the handkerchief, it smells like wet dirt for some reason, and throws it in the trash. They threw the rest of the cake they had, too. Hibiki lets out a terrified whine, and he turns around, and the handkerchief is back at the countertop. My reason! The character grabs the handkerchiefs and puts it in an old plastic box and throws it outside the window. That's no use! Hibiki trembles, clutching her head for a moment. It'll be back, it's always coming back. The character just threw it away, though. It won't just magically reappear in their apartment, right? As we wait in this lobby. Gatekeeping! The character runs downstairs, making sure to check if someone's climbing up or down the stairs, or using the elevator in the same time. The character finds the box in the dumpster, and the handkerchief is still there. Could someone or something be responsible for its return? Keep watching. The character stares at the handkerchief, and until he physically cannot do it anymore and have to close his eyes for a moment, and that's when it disappears from the soapbox. He returns home and the handkerchief's back. I almost said something different. The counter. The handkerchief's back on the countertop. As the afternoon sun, not the setting sun, slowly sets behind the horizon, Hibiki gets more terrified with each passing minute. I can just feel it. Something's going to happen tonight because of that handkerchief. Please, please don't go to sleep. Don't leave me alone. Hitori ni shinaide, I beg you. The character agrees to stay awake as long as possible. Heralds of Guilt. Not the old god. Wait, let's level up first and sign this contract. And get some strength because Frostbite will stop this run. When the clock on the wall shows midnight, Hibiki loses it. She starts sobbing and crying and... Wait, what's that? Behind the window in the living room. Suddenly the window slams open. Army of One. What the character sees is baffling. A doll crawls through the open window into the apartment. 2 dolls, 3 dolls, 5 dolls, 6. Dozens of dolls are getting inside. They form a horrid mass of broken plastic booties. They shamble and weave as if moved by unseen wind. Their eyes are wide open and they're slowly marching down towards Hibiki. Block the path with the nothing that we have. Ow! The character stands in the middle of the corridor and gets run over as they tried blocking the doll's path to Hibiki. He lets out a scream of agony when the dolls pass through, sending a deadly chill through their body. Stop! Hibiki screams and then slumps down against the wall. I admit it! I did it! I get, oh! She starts to cry, the character freezes in horror, and the dolls start their incessant march. Oof. That handkerchief. Small, big guilt world. Hibiki sobs and weeps uncontrollably for a while before she's able to regain enough composure to talk, if we believe what happened. The dolls all stare at her, as if waiting for something. I moved back to my hometown to be with my parents and boyfriend. It was a good time, almost idyllic. Then one day, I found out I'm pregnant. My boyfriend was so happy, and I was too, but my parents, they were furious. Anatolia has the most appropriate portrait right now? Yeah, tears and pain. They thought me being a mother would ruin my future, my chances of getting a job. She sniffles and wipes her tears against her sleeve. They threw my boyfriend out and told him to never come back, or else, and then they told me that either I get rid of the child, or they will get rid of me. So when the day of birth came, I ran into the forest, sat under the dead pine tree, and went, oof. The baby was screaming so loud, so it took a handkerchief, and yeah. Pain! The character shudders, knowing very well which handkerchief she was talking about. The character then notices something else. The dolls have started to disappear. Soon, only the smallest one remains. Hibiki pulls herself, sniffling. I want to go to the police station. I will tell them everything. Please, could you take me there? The character helps her out of the apartment and turns around to check on things, but the handkerchief and the last doll are already gone. To be fair, it did say that she eventually composed herself. Well, we're still in pain. The characters, HP wise. After he drops Hibiki off at the police station, she asks the character to leave. Later on, he hears that she and her parents have been arrested for the murder of a newborn child. He can only hope that in game that she finds some closure as we get ending A. Pocket mysteries, by the way. And now we're finding it hard to breathe. Knees weak, chest unsteady, and we need stamina. But yeah, away we go. Also, yes, since we've gone over these already, please go check the other streams. Otherwise, we will continue onward and try to survive because we are slowly dying. Are we on scars, by the way? I feel like we're on scars. We are on scars. We have not fought a single enemy. Anyway, let's keep moving on. So, yeah, I mean, there are small things that may actually be significant, but for the moment, we're just gonna focus on trying to survive as we rest again. 38% doom on our third custom mystery. Hey, could be a lot worse. Also, wasn't that fetid fumes? Is that why we're at 3 stamina? Yeah, it is. Pain. It's fine for the moment. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, if I'm looking at Steam Workshop, it's mostly non-English mods that are getting, put up there, which is good, but unfortunately, I think the best I can do is try to translate the bonuses. That's not so hard, but if there's any events with the characters, I usually don't want to butcher any translations. Unless it's in Japanese, which I can actually translate, more accurately, but it'll take me longer, so the plan was, could I possibly do this in 1.02, and the reason why I was also late is because I was trying to do it. I was trying to do all of this in 1.02, and I figured out that I decided, yeah, that wasn't gonna work. So, this, on top of me just doing real life stuff, but yeah. So in the meanwhile, as we kind of autopilot for the moment, autopilot. I'm trying to drink more tea to get maybe help with this condition that I've had, because if you haven't noticed, as we roll a 12 on charisma here, for the past pretty much at least few years, I've been, getting this cough. You've been hearing me mute my microphone and stuff. So again, if I were to update anyone on the situation, then yes, pretty much I'm trying to, solve this myself. I really should go see professional help, but I'm not really in a position, I guess this much I'll say, where I can easily get help, so trying to do things myself. Again, it shouldn't be too threatening, it's just that you're going to be hearing me cough a lot at times. I can kind of control it and hold it in, but for how long, I don't really know if that's going to be healthy for me, so yeah. Anyway, as we try to do our best, we take 3 stamina in the face, and we gotta eat this steak in front of this crow, or raven. I keep saying crow. Raven. And away we go. And I think there is there was made a point for the 2 new mysteries that there weren't any linked events, but I obviously there's still linked events here and there, but I forgot about pocket mysteries. I think there's still a few, right? In YEW, the mystery. So Steam Workshop is going to be a heck of a thing, but as we continue moving on, hey, masked. Oh, my eyes. My eyes, on the other hand, are a completely different story. Also, we have fetid fumes, so I would like to rush things. We will be able to level up. I don't think it'll help me. Nope, it will not. Well, if we die here, so be it. We'll do another run. Again, I want to do at least a few runs to at least go through different variations of the journey. And, we'll see if we can get some other stuff going on. But probably not. Ow. Have we fought a single enemy yet? Why do I not remember this much? Anywho, we'll take perception, by the way, because straight razor. And I will do my best. Otherwise, if nothing else, we'll do 2 runs, each with a different custom character. If anyone has any requests, please let me know now, because I'm trying my best to do my best and show as much as possible. Even if things are not completely complete here or there, and I'm just going to leave that unsaid. As we finally run to a character event. Oh my goodness, my reason 11 roll on a 7 knowledge check. We fought Taro, whatever its name is. Yeah, I think that would have been the only thing, right? I'm trying to think about a second encounter. As we have a flashlight, actually. -2 doom, -1 reason. Why do we have to be in pain for this? Go for restless. No mercy. No remorse. Red mist. Oh yeah, that's right. We have to fight this. And it's not a human enemy, so we literally have to fight this. Can we even fight this? 3 strength, 8 perception. Oh my sweet goodness. Well. I don't think there's anything else we can do. We can try to brace into something. Out of curiosity, do we even have an out here? Because dodge for 3 dexterity doesn't seem like it's going to work. We get 16 damage, so we should be able to survive here if we get this kick. Should is the operative word here. Operative? Anywho. And then we do some Wolverine stuff. I don't know why I said Wolverine. But yeah, 95% to 95%. Hey, I'm doing jazz hands in real life, but that doesn't help me. Please survive. Please, I'm probably forgetting about guaranteed stamina or reason loss, but for the moment, we can try Doom here for 3 reason. Hello. Yep, hello again, my friend. We're back to experience pain. Also, we need to make sure we keep this bath, because that's going to be the only reliable healing we get. But if we die, though, so be it. So we're going to do Hobo, because Hobo. And away we go. The mystery! H-O-B-O. But anywho. So I mentioned it before, but I don't remember if it was on a World of Horror stream. Just to make sure I have, though. So, yeah, you might see other games. You might. That's pretty much 50-50. I'm not going to guarantee anything as I run from Miku here. that, you know, I've seen certain games being played in the recent months, and I'm just like, well, if that's gonna fly, and it does. Again, it's not like anyone's breaking any terms. If you do, then you just stay away. But because of that, and it's not Princess Maker 2. That's not the game I'm talking about. I'm talking about something completely different. But just letting you know, if you see another game appear out of nowhere, it's because I deemed it possible. Now, I still can't do things that obviously break TOS, but flashlight on. We will move forward in-game, and I'll try moving forward on the channel. But for the moment, also, if you didn't watch the stream yesterday, we have some things to do. And that's all I'll say about that without spoiling too much. Anywho, look at this mindworm, by the way, sucking out 2 reason. And we actually get to climb the lighthouse. And unless I'm wrong, we only fought 2 enemies, so we only need to worry about something else. I don't even remember what this lighthouse looks like. Did I just, like, skip forward ahead? No, I did not. We do have the second encounter check. Don't think it's going to matter, because I'm just going to sit here and do stuff anyway, but it would be nice. And then away we go. We're on Scar's backstory, didn't even fight a lot of things, but maybe that's for the better, because even with Scars, all enemies are doing all damage, so yeah, handkerchief. At least that shows correctly. And then we fail everything else. But hey! We survived, or we should survive. If we don't survive, that would be really weird. But yeah. So yeah, we only... the thing. Mass murderer? Yeah, we fought Totoro way early on. First, because one doom. With Scars. Otherwise, yeah, let's get into another run immediately. Again, nothing too much. If this is a short stream, so be it. I'm not going to try to milk things where it's worth, because, you know, it may not exist. But in the meanwhile, we'll still do what we can. I think there's like a few other characters that I got updated, but I did my best, and it did not appear. So away we go. Goizo, 7th Curse character exclusive. You know, invisibility for our spell, and cigarettes, because those are bonuses given. We're not on that, so we literally start the invisibility, which could be a good thing. Could also not be a good thing, but we'll see. Let's go, your mod. Oh, it is your mod. That's right. I don't remember the exact... I can't usually attribute characters to mods, so I apologize in advance if I don't realize immediately. But Charisma, Strength, Takshisan, second Mystery, Knowledge, and maybe a Light check. No second Encounter check. 4 Strength is not usually what I like to see, but the other stats are high enough, so I don't really mind. That being said, we're still going to force Strength because, well, I could go Army Knife. Let's try forcing Strength and seeing what happens. Blip, blip, blip. Because, yeah, if other stats are high, again, that's a balancing factor that I usually don't mind. We could build in something else, but yeah, I'm just deciding to still do the thingamajiggy. Out. For giggles, though, if we see any of the 2 mysteries, we'll save them for later. Of course, since we don't find any, we're just gonna not do any of that, I guess. And yeah, I guess we will do one more run. Wish there was a button to randomize the old god of the selected character. Yeah, I was thinking that in the back of my mind as I hit the thing, because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna click Goizo. There's no randomize. You can randomize from the screen, but yeah, that doesn't... You have no control because it randomizes other things as well. So, hardware store, monkey wrench. And away we go! Yeah, same. Someone else says same, and I say same. Basically giving the player more options without causing bugs, obviously, is not a bad decision as we roll a 7+1 on a 7 knowledge check. Anywho, we're going to observe these cicadas and move on. Unfortunately, while I could reroll here, I mean, we might as well stick here, because if I suddenly run into a fight that was added, I don't think any fights were added. But if we do, that would be interesting. If not, yeah, we'll just move on. Again, for those who've never seen me play with, or even just seen Haspen's mod Pocket Mysteries in general, don't let it be said that you can't be immersed in them. But that being said, on average... But aside from obviously some things here and there, I don't know why I tried to go for allies there, but aside from some story events dealing damage to you, usually your doom will be a lot more manageable. Just unless, of course, I guess the way to combat that would be to add more investigations, but that's obviously going to affect every mystery. That's not really a custom mystery specific thing. I mean, it kind of is, but aside from that, the only other thing you would have is probably linked events, but obviously it's In 1.02 public beta test version, linked events are causing some issues. They're not all, it's not completely bugged, but I can't remember the exact issues. But hey, there's always the old-fashioned random number generator. The game looks kind of complicated. It is more complicated than it seems, but not as complicated as other games. I should know because along with just spending a bunch of my life doing things as we get a character event. Yeah, we do. While staring out of the window of the bus, she can't help but think how lonely she is, because the character's so-called friends are just people who merely tolerate her presence. She craves to have another person with whom she shares a deeper connection with, if only she didn't reject her. And we fail a charisma check. So what about friends? Being alone isn't so bad. Yeah, she doesn't need anyone else. She doesn't need anyone else. Anywho. But yeah, another thing I like to say generally, though, is that if I can play the game, I consider myself a threshold in terms of, I know I'm not the best player, so if I am having not a good time, what am I trying to say here? If I can do it, I know more than a few other people can do it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Hey, why is the character me? Because introverts. You can be an extrovert and be a streamer and content creator. It's just that, I am also a relative. Well, I'm definitely an introvert. I don't go out very much. I've already mentioned this, but yes, in my life, I have not spent a lot of time going out and doing things. Period. So. The cicadas! I think... Aren't we in the cicadas? I'm going crazy right now. No, we're in Raven. Why am I going crazy? Anywho, let's level up because I don't even remember. Self-therapy, hot bath. So me time, and something else. But we're gonna... Yeah, we'll take hot bath just in case. Could definitely be more sociable myself, someone says in chat. Well, try our best. Let's actually fight this Raven and see what happens to my face. As we get Doom. Oh, that's right. It's a ghost enemy. Oh, ghost crow. Although I would like to throw something else at this crow because otherwise we have to take actually 12% Doom. And I don't like that kind of thing. So we're gonna throw this empty bottle. Eat this, crow. Yeah. And away we go. 14 experience for 8 Doom. Well. We'll move on. Spell stuff. Oh, we got price hike already. Nice. That's right. I forgot about that. We did do a mystery beforehand. I'm completely forgetting. But as we move into fetus here, this whole thing sounds like some sort of cheap horror movie script. Yeah, I know, right? Also, I'm just gonna guess. Oops, I accidentally visited the thingamajiggy, the vending machine, because I meant to go into the police station and put police patrols in the school while I grab a pair of handcuffs. Can't hit ghosts unless you throw something at them. Yeah. That's why we drank wine in front of the Raven and then just threw the empty bottle that resulted from it at the Raven. Don't ruin the calm moment. And then the ghost gets hit for some reason. But hey, if eldritch beings exist... Period. Ow! I got 3 allies so far and none of them were Hermit because the only thing we can get is Hermit. I don't think we can roll. I feel like at some point in World of Horror's time span, we were able to get doges, but I forgot. That being said, we're relatively healthy on HP here, definitely on stamina, but could be a lot worse. Oh my goodness, an 11 roll on perception. Well, we'll do our best. Did we not set the police station anywhere, by the way? Maybe it's just a graphical bug. I'm going crazy right now, but as we continue not going crazy, we're going to roll on a 72% chance, or 92% chance. Doge, no, I didn't say D-O-U gins. Oh yeah, you totally got dogs before when doing the Mizuki challenge. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, in terms of early, like the early pool before 1.0, I feel like dogs were in the rotation. They were definitely available in Festival, I recall, because I remember looking at a dog and it goes, hey, your friend, the dog, wants to do things. But I don't remember everything correctly, so... Oh no! Oh no! What the heck, really? Okay, I'm gonna fix that right now. I see Nightbot going crazy. I don't know why I've done this. I should really only enable Nightbot doing a thing, but also at the same time, for some reason, you're also not part of the OK Club. Whoops. So let me fix that really quickly, and we'll see if that solves itself. While I can't do a thing, let me do this really quickly. If it happens again for some weird reason, I'm just going to turn Nightbot off. If it's someone different though, that's something different. But let me see. You were paying the thing. Hey, why? Yeah, what the heck? Nightbot decided to go crazy. All we saw was 2 question marks and wasn't paying attention. But anywho, yeah, that's really weird. Again, I haven't done. You just have to trust me when I say I haven't done anything weird to Nightbot. I literally just have it enabled. I think I have another bot enabled, but other than those 2, yeah, this is weird. But anywho, it should be okay now, and if it's not, well, we're gonna see. It is kind of my fault though, because I know who regularly comes to my channel, so I should have set these in advance. But at the same time, it seems a bit strict, so I think I just have to change the rule set sometimes. 2 symbols back to back is just too much for it. It is. I mean, I'm trying to think of when 2 to 3 symbols together would be bad enough, but yeah, otherwise, I mean, I could just try to juggle that in between doing this, because that's mainly a rule set setting, but that's weird because that means it's part of the default, which would be kind of weird. So what would that look like? Spam protection? I think that's part of spam protection. Again, you can go in and check, that's why I don't mind saying this out loud, but excess caps, I guess we can just disable these. Symbols. Links, however, I will leave enabled. Excess emotes, no, disable that. And then blacklist words and phrases, I think that's a healthy one. So without, yeah, that, just gonna turn those settings down or basically off as well. Because I know that obviously people can do, suspicious things with symbols, but in that case, I can just moderate the chat myself and, ban them, because I am looking at chat as well. So as we observe and fail a dexterity check because we roll a 10, we'll get back to concentrating on World of Horror, and yeah, good things should happen. But yeah, if anyone wants to, anyone watching right now wants me to test out a character, feel free to throw the suggestion out, and I will do that really quickly after this run. Period. That's all I have left to say. As we take 4 stamina damage to the face. Really? Maybe I should not have done that. Because we are on Goizo and resting costs a lot. But as long as we don't somehow magically take 2 stamina damage, we can run to the emergence part of this and move on. We did not get a single cauterize. That would have been nice. But these aren't bad either. It's just we could have done a lot better. So away we go. I'm gonna smoke these cigarettes now. We will probably have enough to last us the rest of the run as we take tongue for giggles. And we'll see what happens. We got price hike, so I actually do need more funds than this, so let's go gambling! Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's not so bad. We got hallucinations though, and that hurts my perception, but I mean, we don't need it. I was preparing to say, oh dang it, but nothing really bad happened, so away we go. Anywho. Yeah, let's help Daigo out with the tongue problem. I think it's mainly stamina here, a bunch of stamina, so I mean, obviously 1.01, as someone also says, woo, 1.0 edition, baby. 7 knowledge? Nope, rolled a 10. Let's hope we lose reason here, and if not, funds. Okay, good. That way we can smoke these cigarettes. But yeah, obviously 1.01 is still the public version, and we have not gone out of public beta, in case anyone was wondering. And if we have, then correct me. But tongue at last mission, Harbinger, 6 stamina. Let's go. Oh, Real. All right, cool. I'm in for a fun time. Although, yeah, I got rid of my damage spell, so probably should not have gotten rid of that. All things considered, I knew I was taking tongue in the back of my mind, but I didn't think I would need it. So hey. Also, we're on Goizo, so I don't want to rest anyway. So the best thing we can do after this is to level up into healing stamina, but also not taking stamina damage would be nice, wouldn't it? 6 perception. Rolled an 11, so it didn't really matter anyway. Didn't matter in the bad way. Thank goodness. And when I say thank goodness, I mean, is it really going to help? No, 5 stamina damage. So, it's an Eldritch enemy, so we can't use this. We can trade a bunch of our experience for reason, and then we can therefore trade reason for stamina, but 22 HP, we should be okay here. Yeah, we should definitely be okay. If not, that'd be really weird. Okay, well, do I want to gamble? 70%? Let's gamble. Let's go gambling! Yay! Worked out again. Again, when I say that, obviously I'm getting ready to say, oh, dang it, but... oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. And that meme has been rising up again because obviously I know people who play fighting games, and that meme has risen up because it's been thrown to me in the algorithm. Oh my goodness. I just happened to talk over myself. That was a dust bunny cough. Not that I'm surrounded by dust bunnies, but oh my goodness, I'm dying! Yeah, my body. Yeah, I should really get this checked out at some point in my life. Help! If it gets worse. If it doesn't get worse, well, basically if I don't stream or put out videos and announce that I'm going away, yeah, it's because of this. So, maybe this is also a sign I should not be doing a thing, but as we enter the lighthouse at 74% doom... Rotate. I need a doctor. I do need a doctor at some point. It is a reoccurring physical. That's the only thing, again. I will gladly say this, because, again, at this point it's noticeable. I've been coughing a lot in recent years, so... Charisma, strength, by the way. Knowledge, and we fail every one of these. So, 2 reason, 6 stamina. Possibly more. And away we go. We should be able to just walk up this lighthouse, right? I almost said light tower. I'm going crazy. But yes, I promise you, like, I will just, you know, stop the stream if something serious happens, so don't worry about that. Although if I stop the stream suddenly, I don't want to be on live stream fails or something like that. Well, I mean, I don't really mind. But the last thing I want to do is be known for someone who died on stream. And that's just a more theoretical. Don't hurt me, robots! But as we try to handcuff Takushi-san here. Yeah. It is also technically a seasonal thing, but me coughing has been a more... How should I say? I don't really care. We survive no matter what. It has been a recurring thing, as opposed to me, you know, having a stuffy voice or stuffy nose, which is obviously seasonal, so... Without doxing myself too much. But hey. I mean, I do care about dox. Obviously, you take measures, but at the same time, I can't really hide who I am, because there have been moments where I've been playing online and stuff, and, you know, people just say who I am, so it's like, I can do my best. But yeah, without anything else, suspicious lighthouse, we will go back to Imai and do a thing. Now this time we're gonna set the item stats to random with all... No, we're character per cards. Who am I kidding? And we'll go to Azal, because fun. Exquisite taste, random item stats. And we're gonna see what this straight razor turns into. But yeah, can't do much about that. And yeah, aside from actually getting professional help, again, I've already told you how my time and resources are quite strict. Like, I literally have to put priority. Obviously, my own health is also a priority. I think the people around me would agree to that, but there are things I must do in life. So, library notes, by the way. We're not on Harbinger for some reason. Oh no! Reset. What's an enemy? Okay, let's go back. So, as we get into our third run here, how did I forget to do that? Anywho, and right Amanda sets out. Maybe that's for the better. But as we go into rolling into Azal, this time we're hunted by the Colt, and we're gonna see what the straight razor turns. I was looking at the number 17. I was like, huh. And then I looked at the background. I'm like, oh, a light Takushi-san charisma, second encounter strength, and maybe knowledge check. None of these I'm really getting to 8, except for knowledge, obviously. But we can hope and dream. We're gonna say we're not gonna... No, we're gonna even do school nurse. What am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Hey, we get a 5 damage straight razor. Hey. Now, do we get to brace a lot? Not really, but I forgot to use the library notes first. Because now we just have... Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. 8 knowledge. And away we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. So, again, we're trying to look for the 2, and if we don't find them, well... we don't find them. I really should just force the mysteries. I don't know why I didn't just force it, but a lady just dropped... I mean, it helps to think theoretically on RNG in case anyone does a challenge about Haspen's pocket mystery pack, but As I lean back from the microphone, well, yeah, we'll just keep moving on. Thank you for giving me the item rule now. That doesn't help, but, you know. So I took schoolyard so I can immediately grab students here, if for no other reason than to send them at people, but it seems like I picked up 3 students back to back. That doesn't normally happen. Normally, obviously I'm not talking about the soft lock. I'm talking about, normally I don't actually recruit students. They're like, oh, you kidder, and I'm just like, haha, you're right. But anywho, do I care about this ghost ritual? No. I mean, I do care, but I can't be arsed at the moment. Oh my goodness, I rolled an 11. I mean, yeah, you want to fail that one, but still. If that is indicative of the rest of the rolls I'll be doing for this run, might not be good. But anywho, yeah. So these extra, if I was complaining about it in the past, then this extra doom or 1 stamina or 1 reason I take during these events, as Aiko gets on the bus with us. I just assume it's Aiko because I see an athletic shirt, but that's not so bad because yeah, it is custom events. Custom events are normally not going to hurt you as much. Do I ever expend XP to recruit students? I can. I just normally choose not to because I like to try and level up if possible, and or, well, let's admit it straight up, I like also giving, if I have to expend experience, I like spending at the police station to grab cigarettes for the nicotine rush buff. That's essentially the gist of it. Otherwise, the second reason why I don't is because I forgot. Also, I forgot I was on 2 reason. I took so much reason somewhere, and I completely forgot, so we're going to do a salty run back. If nothing else, hey, at least we get to another chance to play the new mysteries, but I shouldn't have done that. I got so excited about having a 5 damage straight razor that I completely just ignored how insane the character was becoming, but we'll do it. While I would do Zektas, I don't think that would be a good... Not just because this character has to immediately build into strength and possibly dexterity, but, well, definitely dexterity. Moving on, Takshi's on charisma, strength, knowledge, second encounter, and light check. So, wow, yeah, getting 2 students that increase my stats, was very good RNG, but I blumbered it up because I decided to just, take damage to the face. Please be 5 damage? Nope. I think that's even higher speed, so we just have to live with what we get. But yeah, the short answer is no. 95% of the time. Now, if I really need the student, like for example, I'm playing as Mizuki, then sure, I might, but usually, I think it's a matter of... No, it's not a matter of anything. Yeah, no. And also, because Mizuki, if I'm recruiting students immediately, you don't have any experience usually at the beginning. Yeah, I might have 5 here from the bat, but you get the point. Unless you can go negative, but again, I don't normally choose that option, so... but we do have teens, so we'll try to save it for... So this time, we do want to try and survive, as we immediately get the experience rule, so, pain. I would have liked a thing, but it didn't happen, so in the interest of my doom shooting up through the roof, let's just move on. We have 7 charisma, rolled a 10. I'm shaking my head silently here. No, don't be like this. I want to do a thing. Jazama Joryu. Also, I forgot to visit the police station, but that's fine for the moment. Moriyama. For some reason, I read the M as a J. My eyesight is also... I will say this much as well. My left eye is not as great as my right eye in terms of seeing in general. I still have good enough vision to, if I were to drive or something, but... yeah, it's not... I think it's something, and I specifically went to a... What's it called? I forgot what the kind of ophthalmologist it is, but I did go to someone who... I did go to an eye doctor when I was... Because right now I can be prescribed glasses, but... Basically, my left eye is shaped oddly, so... That it is factored into... That's a factor into why my eyesight on my left eye is not as great as my right eye. Because my right eye is more evenly shaped, but my left eye is... And there's a specific condition for it as well, but that is literally the advice from a professional. Your left eye also bad, but glasses are the... Yeah, so glasses do help me out if I had them. I don't have them. And that also would be very, very helpful because of my normally sedentary lifestyle. Well, I'm sitting in front of a computer a lot. So, whether I'm developing games, whether I'm streaming something, whether I'm recording a video, you get the point. Also, this is very, very painful, by the way, but nothing I can really do about it, aside from maybe throwing this empty bottle. It saves me 3 stamina damage, which, I mean, if I lose Bath, the bottle will be doing nothing anymore, so... yeah, off we go. I have 50 experience, so there's nothing I can do about that doom. Just take the quote-unquote pseudo I keep saying ill-fated knight errant penalty. But yeah, let's try to level up as soon as possible, because it is possible for you to go through a mystery and not get like 19 experience, and we're not counting the 30 experience because that Azal does not count that. But the bottle of sludge, I know, right? Bottle of sludge, but 3 stamina. Well, a bottle of sludge can change things, but I'll take the out now, and we'll move on later. I could do this as well, but in the interest of not gambling on 9 doom at the end of the mystery, let's not do that. My weird collection, strength. Again, I personally choose strength because frostbite issues, but sometimes you might just build into a complete stat. Especially since my straight razor has 5 extra speed on it, I think, for this run. If I'm remembering the base stats correctly, but as I keep visiting this max threat level school, we'll not overwork ourselves and heal reason. If nothing else, get the tireless bonus and then rest, but we'll see. We'll ask about the seashells by the seashore. And we'll go Ryo Suru, Ryo Suru, Ryo Suru. Anywho. Ryo Suru. We get 2 doom because misery parasite, but hey! Now, this next mystery might be 9 doom, but we'll see. That's why we're going to take extra experience here and hope that we level up. If not, I might have to tactically visit another location. There's a very... it's not a strict threshold, but I would like to not have to do it to myself. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, without further ado, hey, was that a success? I don't even remember. We have the doom to spare. We're on 3rd mystery with 30% doom now because branded by cattle. But if we didn't have as much, it would have been nice. But it wasn't, so away we go. Anywho, we'll do our best. I think this is reason loss here. Don't be stamina. Oh my goodness, why? Have I done this to my... okay, time for a speed run. So we'll move to the other custom character. It seems that, I mean, it's not really Imai's fault, but... well, I mean, I knew it was a max threat level school. I just decided that maybe I wouldn't run into anything, and I did. So, is all again, though. We have Doom to spare. Proceeds not to rest. I know, right? I got really greedy. And didn't I say Restless the last mystery too? I thought... for some reason, I may have thought I said, oh, I'm going to get Restless and then rest on my thing. Also, Eldritch Parasite, so never mind. At least we don't have to worry about dying to stamina or reason anymore, but is all... we'll see, though. Tongue, Hobo, am I going to get punished for this? Because even if... yeah, we get Teen, but... anywho, and I took Tongue first, but that should be fine because we're an Eldritch Parasite, so no matter what, we're just going to sit here, grab Mind Drain. And Ghostly Spear. Alright, good to go. We should now not die. Why did I do that to Imai? I'm totally... anywho. Yeah, so we just become Omega. And we move on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is... oh, I'm really feeling it. Mind Drain, Ghostly Spear back to... well, I would have liked that for a Nuzlocke run. Hey. At least we have a 90% chance of seeing Teen, because again, we could just run into pain. But I would like to level up, by the way. Unless Misery Parasite was experience. No, it was experience, wasn't it? No! I got up at the... okay, so for those who don't know, if you're on negative experience, what actually happens is that your Doom actually decreases with negative experience. Rounded down, obviously, after doing the calculation. But, hey, I mean, it's fine. We already have good enough luck. If I actually needed that Mind Wipe to hurt me, or to help me there, I made a mistake. That was a mistake on my end. Anywho, yeah, this is, otherwise, this is not normal. This is not a normal run. But we will gamble on this, and if we lose 4 stamina, I mean, Yes, I'm never doing kicks again. That's not true. I will do kicks when they're convenient. But hey, I passed the 73% check. But yes, I could have, yeah, so instead of 4 Doom, I could have decreased Doom by like 6, possibly 5. But I can't do the calculation because, again, you don't normally get, or it's less likely to get Mind Wipe on an Azal experience run normally. But it can happen. We lost Bat, didn't we? I guess it doesn't matter because, you know, we can't heal. But I would have liked the experience just in case we were about to get 9 Doom here. But, hey. Yeah, so that would be the biggest mistake I make this run if I somehow die, is that I should not have let go of Mind Wipe, because Mind Wipe actually helps you. Yeah, it is. It's useful in this one instance, and that might be a design oversight, but, you know, that's a design... If I were the developer, I would just leave that in, because it's like... Now, it might not make any sense lore-wise, but, I mean... It's what it is. So we're going to Ghostly Spear here so we can guarantee this kick. We could have just Mind Drained, but we have both. So we have pretty much double the amount of damage to deal to enemies. That being said, what's our other maxed out level location? Village? We'll do Village. I just feel it in my bones because I don't remember the mysteries I have. But anywho, you think it's flavorful that you forgot to be depressed? Yeah, that's the thing, right? Also, I mean, I'm losing a lot of reason, but I also, for those who don't know how to... Or not how to, but those who are, you know, want some advice from me in terms of Eldritch Parasite. While you may lose reason more normally, I personally think that, as we get knowledge here, that you want to lose a bit more reason because of possible lighthouse things. Again, I based out off of what you might lose in the lighthouse on average, and since there is more possible stamina to lose than reason, then I argue is not the correct word, but I argue that you should take a little bit more reason than stamina. This is a bit too much, but you get the point. It's only possible to lose up to 5 max reason, usually, in the Lighthouse, because you don't know if you have things like paranoia and whatnot. But you can possibly lose 9 stamina. Now, obviously, you could just take a look at the Lighthouse and see, but hey, it'd be a neat buff, actually, if it also allowed you to lose 1 mental curse. Well... The player, no buffs, the player must suffer. In a way, I do agree with that, but hey. I forgot what my second encounter is, but it shouldn't matter. We're on our third mystery with 26% Doom. It is very not highly, well yeah, it is highly unlikely for the normal player to die. Or it's likely that the character survives this run, and that's why we're gonna trade off Doom for funds, although I could have just sold anything I had, even the cigarettes, because... Yeah, we don't need to have the Nicotine Rush buff if we are using Mind Drain and Ghostly Spear to basically one-shot everything. But anyway, as we run away and lose reason... I just guessed that was reason loss. We're gonna see what else happens to us. Because, yeah, we have the Doom to spare, so really what we're looking... Yeah, I should be spending a bit more Doom because we can't recover. But we'll see. But yes, otherwise, without further ado, if anyone has any idea as to what... Again, I didn't mind there. If you fail, you lose more, or you lose stamina regardless, but again, we have a lot of stamina at the moment. We also passed a knowledge check as long as we don't get a thingy. Brain damage, I guess, but we'll see. So if we can't heal reason, so self there is a dead perk on this run. But yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna do what I think is right. I keep forgetting I lost Bath already, but as we save Teen for last, we'll do Writer now. And we do have funds, and we're getting a bunch of Doom here. Yeah, we just took 12 Doom for pretty much no reason, but also now more of that was because of the experience rule. So I mean, it's not really my fault, but it is. I should really be looking through my Azal penalties, but the fund rule isn't that bad because you would rather have funds than out of funds. It's anything else that could have helped, like if I grab this, sure. Although I could also do this. And I made a mistake, but it's fine. We get a brick out of it, it's fine, for the moment. I could also visit the monument, but if I'm scared of my stamina and reason, I'm not going to do that. Although what I could do, as we go to, yeah, I was going to say Frostbite Land here. We are going to, yeah, well, we don't need to visit the monument anymore, for the moment, but we'll see what happens. Jog around the block with 4 strength, didn't matter, rolled an 11. And let us see if we can do a writer thing. We're a writer, man. W-R-I-T-E-R, not R-I-D-E-R. But let's actually play with Azal. Let's actually respect Azal for a moment. I know I have Frostbite, doesn't matter more normally. But we do have funds that I need to get rid of 3, because I can't get cigarettes anyway. Why is it? Oh, that's not real, right? It's not real anymore. It's only 6. Yeah, it's 6. So we get a Knight Errant penalty, but that's fine for the moment. We do want to level up though, so yeah, popping my lips and away we go. I almost checked the bath again, but as we do Teen as our last mystery, yeah, we can actually look at this local delinquent. 2 doom for each item, but hey, look at that. Look at this guy. That looks like a delinquent. Local boneheaded troublemaker Kazuki, one of the 3 that, you know, the character knows by name. 2 strength, 5 doom. And we are getting actually 2 strength. What was it? Was it the B bonuses of bonus that you get the 2 bonuses that you can get for custom mysteries are causing issues in 1.02? If not, just forget what I said. But yeah, there's still bugs in the public beta, basically. And I mean, you have to opt in and have the Steam version of World of War, and we can actually finally use more Mind Drain Ghostly Spears. But yes, otherwise everyone is still on 1.01, so it would behoove any modders to, you know, still make custom content for 1.01 and follow that. There is a difference. You need to... And it's not a completely different structure of custom characters and events and mysteries, but it kind of is at the same time. So as we continue moving on, we should survive unless we get pounded on stamina somehow. And in fact, I should actually trade a bit more reason. But we'll see. And again, this is the last call. Otherwise, because yeah, I don't want to take up anyone's time. I was already late to the stream, so the time I lost there is the time I lost. As we find a plausible explanation, we still lose the delinquent, but you know, we passed that and still lost reason for that. Oh my goodness! I mean, sure, if we fail, we probably would have lost like 3 reason, but still, we should leave. I should go. Kazumi Mishima. Kazuo! But anyway, is it our head spinning or is it the corridor? As we walk towards the exit, the character's head fills up with strange thoughts. There was a boy with the name Kazuki. Ow! We lose 10 experience. No! I should have leveled up then! No! Our doom! Haspen! That was right. That was his name. Whose name? Bye. Because we can only get... Pocket Mysteries means there's only one result. And that is to be forgotten. And then, yeah, our doom shoots up to the roof because we also have all these items. But, I mean, in a funny way, we should still be able to survive. Actually, did I run into 2 encounters, by the way? This is gonna be real interesting. Yeah, I should have gotten rid of all my items. That was on me. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. But we are going to see what happens because I don't think did I run into 2 encounters? We're going to find out right now. Right here, right now. But, yeah. I did this to myself. I mean, I should have just stored all these items before the end of the mystery. That's really what you're supposed to do, but I'm shrugging real life as pain happens. So, yeah. We did Tongue first. Miku was last, so I must have been the Vengeful Athlete. Okay, we survived no matter what. So, I mean, I'm shrugging real life. And yeah, oh no, what if he hits me? What if Takshi-san? What if Takshi-san hits me? What if? But yeah, as I said, any last calls for runs that you want to see me do, because again, I don't want to waste your time. So that way we're just closer to the end of the stream. But without further ado, something I was also going to say is that, yeah, obviously I would normally ask permission anyway, but I was going to start considering if I can, because I was doing the same, the custom mysteries that I'm making right now, as we move into basically a Zatsudan, it was way too close for no reason, by the way, yeah. But, yeah, so right now, I guess I was moving to a Zatsudan. So just to say it outright, any questions, comments, suggestions you have, feel free to throw them in chat right now. Otherwise, we'll be talking, and then we'll end it. But then, yeah, we'll turn this into a Zatsudan stream at the moment. So normally how I'm doing my custom mysteries right now is because, yeah, I haven't put out any custom mysteries at all. Actually, I should say, if you're gonna leave right now because of Zatsudan, then yes, I thank you for watching. If you want to support me, feel free to. But Otherwise, basically what I'm doing is taking the base mysteries that we have and basically making custom mysteries off of them. But some of them are... Usually I'm doing that to cater towards characters that I've made. So basically I'm making the mysteries, but in the perspective of a character. And I think I've mentioned this before. It's just that I have done less work there because obviously I'm still doing game dev. But what I wanted to say is, obviously I would still ask people who make custom mysteries anyway, but essentially what I do is expand the custom mysteries that are available, mainly the pocket mysteries of Haspen, but I would obviously ask Haspen for permission first to do things like that and so on and so forth, like, that's just what you do. But otherwise, for custom content, yeah, still working on characters, trying to do events here, character-specific events, because if I were to just do general events, that I would rather do mysteries first. And then obviously still working on characters, but I would normally like to do things. Oh yeah, I'll do a Yumiko run while we're going on, but this is still a Zatsu non-part of the stream. But if we can get some mysteries going on, then yeah. Because yeah, we don't often play with Yumiko, and that saves me the trouble having to do Yumiko streams. Although, Yumiko streams... Whoa, that scared me for a moment. I actually got jump scared off of that. What happened? Oh, someone must have subscribed or something. But anywho. I don't know if you heard that, but it was me going, hello. That's my usual notification, especially on Twitch. It doesn't happen normally on YouTube, but anywho. Yeah, spooky subscriber, but as we get into a Yumiko run here. Yeah, so normally, yeah, well, I'm still doing Zatsudan, so this will be a test of me just speaking while playing, but yeah, normally I do custom mysteries, and so or custom characters, and so when I'm doing custom mysteries, I want to just start making things for custom characters. Now, obviously, part of that would probably, if I wanted to go smaller, and I would recommend people start this way as well. If you're doing characters, try rigging with custom events, because, well, custom events. I meant to cast the spell. Did I really hit forget? Anywho. Yeah, try to do custom character events with their character, which is probably how I should have done it, but I also want to just immediately get into mysteries, because at this point, I probably should have done that already. We do have teen. Do we have handkerchief? We have 2 teens, by the way. Mystery-wise. We don't have a handkerchief, but hey, we'll do teen back-to-back. But yeah, that's the only thing that's really going on with me, World of Horror-wise. Otherwise, obviously, more Harbinger Horror. And after Harbinger Horror, I do have a thing planned if I complete that. If and when I complete that, but otherwise... Also, don't we have, like, 8 luck right now? Elevator event. As for the rest of this week, though, I am going to be adding Princess Maker 2 just as a refine. That cannot be a stream, because I just want to be completely safe. I'm sure there are at least a few people who've gone through and played the game on this platform and just, you know, didn't add any more censorship to it. Again, I personally don't believe it needs any more censoring than already just is given at base from the game. But out of safety, I mean, just to make absolutely sure, I just choose to... I'm just gonna record it and not do a stream. If I do, maybe we'll find out, but that would be a weird Batsu to do, because that would... there are some Batsus that obviously I'm not going to do, so... If it breaks any terms, old gods forbid it breaks any laws, and I shouldn't even say old gods, because that's a serious matter at the moment, then yeah, just do a thing. We'll take Tongue as Yumiko and say what happens here. The Tongue the mystery, robots. Don't auto... listen, when you turn on auto... What is it? Auto captions on my streams or videos, it turns into very funniness. But anywho. Yeah. You'll be seeing Princess Maker 2 videos come out as well, if I manage to do them, because still trying to figure it out. That's why, again, that's another reason why I was late. Whenever I have to switch OBS settings, I often forget about things, so it's not great for me to, well, forget about things. So yeah, I don't have Swing and Hit yet, but anywho. As for other games that I was going to do, again, I could do Stardew Valley again, but it's harder for me to do that because the setup that I'm using there is, there's some complications around it. So I should just take that off my channels page, but hey. Otherwise, yes, aside from Princess Maker 2 Refine, still waiting for Princess Maker 2 Regeneration. I could be in the shadow of a certain tree, but, you know, I decided to play, instead of that, I'm playing Princess Maker 2. Along with other things, I also wanted to get into, as it turns out, I didn't even remember that I was not part of the Discord server that goes around mainly Princess Maker games, because I think 6 is technically coming out, but it's called something else in 2025. We'll see what if it actually comes out. But hey, and then remember the Pal World big patch on a date, and yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about Pal World, so that's something I need to get back into, or I should get back into as well. But we'll see. Again, that's more than usual. I usually can only handle about juggling 3 games, and I still have to do Slay the Spire stuff. I should have been doing videos and I didn't. So again, it's hard. It's bad enough that I'm not getting to them. We'll see what happens though, because then that's on top of game development and any other projects I'm doing personally. So I'm struggling in real life, as I say. I'll do my best. So yeah, that's all that. So there's Pal World, Stardew, Princess Maker 2, Slay the Spire, World of Horror. World of Horror will always come at some point. It'll still be a big meat of the channel, but I'll slowly cut down on it if and when I do more variety stuff, which is what I'm trying to do. But at the same time, as I try not to die on reason here, I will. I mean, again, I want to put in the, how should I say it? For World of Horror, I want to, because World of Horror made up a big part of my channel in terms of just, support what I get, so there's no reason for me not to return that. But at the same time, obviously if I want my channel to grow and just feel better about doing my channel, especially business-wise, but I've said it before, but I think this channel is good for me to build on personally. But obviously if I want to just, keep the channel healthy, change with the times, there's only so much I can do World of Horror, and I've already given it, the few years, which is, more than anyone should give on usually a game, unless there's a very, very good reason for it. But even right now, as I don't get swing and hit, actually, I'm going to reroll here. It's a matter of, I think for me, it's more an ethical or matter of principle, where I want to, give credit where credit is due, because if without World of Horror, I would not be where I am today. Actually, I can do you into teen, but we're going to do Hobo first and make it harder on myself. That way this tree hits harder. And this anything in teen that I run into hits harder as well. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but hey. But yeah, that's the thing about World of Horror. So, at least for the next 6 months, or, well, now 4 to 5 months, if I'm timing things correctly, I still want to make World of Horror a big chunk of it. But after a while, maybe I'll do, a couple a week or a stream here or there. But slowly shift things. But for the moment, definitely still for the summer. I don't know about the fall of 2024. World of Horror content should be coming out every day, whether it's a stream or a video. But yes, that's why I kind of tested yesterday's stream on that. So I did a completely different stream that was not World of Horror, so get badly bleeding here. But I still put out a World of Horror video, which I think is still healthy for me. So, anywho. And if nothing else, I will admit it here, World of Horror is a good fallback game to go on because it's easy to record and or stream. So if things go wrong, at least I can fall back to World of Horror. But the bigger part of it is I do want to give World of Horror its due because, well, I still personally think it's a good game. It's not perfect, obviously, but, as we get to you here. Do I deserve to get to teen? Let's find out. But we have 5 reason and a topped off stamina. As we continue... Why? Anywho. I might actually want this Demon Mask, so you know what? We'll also grab a spell here. And get flashbacks, so hey. But we will do this. We'll actually forget this. Put on the Demon Mask like a certain Yuki, and away we go. I did not visit... I never visited the police station, did I? That's how little I'm paying attention, by the way. But anywho, I'm just gonna randomly put threat levels as well for the police patrols, and away we go. But as for Yumiko, yeah, not much to say about Yumiko. You deal with the low stats, and you hope that you get swing and hit. Otherwise, you are in my opinion, definitely a below average character. It's not fun being Yumiko without swing and hit, and having low strength, and old gods forbid you're on a random item stat run, where the lucky bat is only 3 damage or a lot slower. That being said, I can improvise a whole bunch here, again. If for no other reason than to... Oh, I can't store these handcuffs, by the way, because my storage is probably full. But we will do this, so... Yeah. Yeah. Also, to say on that note, as for game dev, I haven't really done that as well, because this week was full of me testing things for this channel. So... Yeah, I didn't get much done on that point as well, but I should be getting things done. there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to. So as we get into this coming week, definitely still Harbinger Horror, definitely going to be Princess Maker 2 videos. Now, whether or not I do a other stream, no, yeah, I can't actually, because like I said, the Batsu is to do Princess Maker 2, but I'm not willing to stream that game for reasons. So basically just censoring myself. That's all I'm trying to say. But anywho, as we level up again here, I mean, swing and hit is not, or swift maneuver is not going to help because we have 2 dexterity, so we're just going to take Haunting Dreams instead. And more strength. If you get another stack of flashbacks, and I could throw away flashbacks right now, we're going to take the risk. And move on. But yeah, Princess Maker 2 videos, Harbinger Horror videos, not really much else. We can't handcuff the tree. I don't know why I have the handcuffs on me. It's a plant enemy, but it's not like you're really going to use the plant book anyway, so we're just going to swing for the fences here and be on our merry way, because this should do 14 damage, which means we do 28 damage in 2 turns, so no need to waste time doing Desperate Struggle. I could also go back, because I said this is the year of the redo. I guess I do want to redo. At this point, I'm kind of set on fulfilling that promise, because yeah. And you might have seen, I don't know if I took the video down. Well, I know I've taken some videos down, but I'm basically going to redo a certain series. But also, I do want to get back into Path of the Midnight Sun as well. That's something I want to do. Cutting down, listen, with swing and hit, and extra strength, and a demon mask, let's just assume Yumiko can do it. Am I playing the new or old Princess Maker 2? I mean, depends on what you consider old. Regeneration is not out yet, so all I have is Refine for the moment. But if you mean regeneration, Princess Maker 2 regeneration, yes. If you don't, then technically no. So, otherwise let me know. I was also looking at Volcano Princess, which is of the same vein. I think it's made by Chinese developers, but it's not the same, obviously published by Gainax and whatnot, is what I'm trying to say. As I end up doing this to myself for whatever reason. Why did I do that to myself? Why did I do that to myself? Nah! But anywho, autopiloting. If you mean something else, please let me know. Otherwise, yeah, as we close out this stream in about a minute or two, yeah, Refine is out right now. I got that because of the Batsu stream. And 2, a Regeneration is coming out in mid-July for PC and Switch. Coming out later for Sony, but no one's going to get that because it's going to... Well, people, all you have is the PS5, I think, or PS4, if it's out for both, so be it. Then yes, you might still get it if you like Princess Maker. Otherwise, and it's not like it's the worst censorship in the world, but it sets a precedent. That's my issue with it. If they're willing to do that, then they can move into things that are much more unreasonable. This one, I kind of understand it's reasonable for them to censor it because that's just the rule set. Whether it's strict or not, yes, but do I agree with it as a general rule? No, because it sets a precedent for other things that they might remove. It might not even be censoring, they just decide to do a thing. But yeah, the original emulator, so Refine is a newer, basically like a remastered version that came out, and which may have restored some content, but all things considered, aside from 1 or 2 things that did need to be censored, Refine is the least censored Princess Maker 2 that's been compared to older versions. So basically everyone's playing, if you're playing Princess Maker 2, you're probably most likely playing Princess Maker 2 Refine, which is what I'm going to be doing this week. And then Regeneration is coming out, which is even, I think it's like completely redone graphics by the main artist, which is one of the bigger drawing points of Regeneration. But also, I think I don't know if it adds anything else, but it essentially has it's a remaster of a remaster of an old game. So, yeah, also to say on that, I'm quoting here, so don't take me out of, well, you can't take me out of context, but know that there's context. So, the thing about Princess Maker 2 and why it's being censored, I mean, it is the less than 10-word summary is that it's a product of the times. So what I mean by that is that I think there was an actual interview with people who are developing the game, in that the content that was in the game, aside from 1 or 2 things probably, but 99% of the game, as my nose goes crazy, was a product of what either they believe players wanted or what players wanted at the time. So basically everything that exists in Refine is definitely a product of what people of, I think, the 90s wanted at the time. So at that point, like, ethically, I can't really blame them, but at the same time, it's not like they really crossed any lines. But I understand why, on the other side of things, people want to censor more of the, I guess I say it outright because it exists, the nudity that probably might still exist. We didn't really see that many CGs for regeneration, but it definitely exists in refined. So you're definitely gonna see me do it thing because you're gonna see me censor certain things because while I don't personally believe that in context it needs censoring because, well, it fits in what's happening in the story and it's not there to go completely insane, for lack of a better phrase. Yeah, I'm just gonna be completely safe because there's no reason. Like, it only helps my case in terms of I'm not there for any weird reason. I'm there to play a game and to admire the gameplay and the story and immersion of, raising a cool goddaughter child, which is literally what you're doing. But at the same time, we also have to keep in mind that yes, we're essentially raising a god, it is still shaped in the form of a human being. So we have to, it's not like we're raising, and even then it wouldn't make it right, but not like we're raising like a dog or a wolf or a magical deer. I'm saying deer because I'm thinking of Shikonoko, but anywho. Shikonoko, am I getting that right? Let me actually look it up now. But yeah, that's essentially what you're going to be seeing throughout the week. And if things happen and if people leave me because of that, that would be weird because you're raising a daughter. That's the game. And if you don't know what Princess Maker 2 is, it's a daughter raising simulator of the same vein as other things, although most of this is when most games come out with like basically raising a child or a human being or going through simulation as an adult life, a lot of things are taken from the Princess Maker series, and there are like 4 or 5 things. But anywho, that's again, I'm playing it as a video game. But I understand that the threshold is quite high, but there is a threshold in which it's a video game is not a valid piece of, that it being fiction is not a thing. But at the same time, it's a really hard threshold to cross, and I think most human beings can logically reason if something is, there is validity in, I know it when I see it. It's a slippery slope, but at the same time, those elements kind of run against the main idea of the game since it's kind of the reward ending. And again, it depends on what you're talking about, but in general, it's like, yeah, it's meant to be a cutesy experience. It's meant to be a, hey, I want to raise a child experience, not anything else that may be violent or sexual or has to do with drugs in nature, which is what a lot of other simulators, they deal with violence and drugs in those simulations or, nudity, explicit content. But in the context of fiction, of a fictional world, especially if it's a fantasy or sci-fi setting, it is less removed. But obviously, though, if we're to talk about, because I'm interested in this too, and it is important as a game developer to know what is allowed and not, even though common sense should get you through. But different countries have different rules about this, like as good or bad as it is to say. Like, obviously, in some countries, it is a crime to be... It is a crime to, be a same-sex couple. Let's just put that out there. Those are more, political and ethical in nature. But obviously, things that are a crime against humanity, like violence, or of a sexual nature, or of a, relates to the harm of a human being, I think is usually should be common sense, but sometimes there are just some rules that should not exist. So I'm struggling in real life, as I say. Human common logic should win out, but unfortunately, obviously, still we have bad actors, and it is a good thing that we point them out. But it is not a reason for 90% of video games to hate on a video game, which is why I make it a point whenever I play something like Honey Pop, whenever I play something like a certain RPG that I played, that I say that I'm here to, look at the gameplay mainly and look at how a developer treated the story and how a developer approached the game from whether it's a, gameplay standpoint, not integrity, but what am I trying to say? The intent of the artist. You need to know these things. It is good to be to learn the information of these things. But again, at a certain point, I obviously will avoid things that are completely going insane. But yeah, without further ado though, if there's any other questions, please let me know in the next minute or so, because yeah, just saying what's going to happen since today is Sunday and we have the rest of the week ahead of us. Princess Maker 2 stuff, maybe Stardew Valley, definitely World of Horror stuff, maybe Event of the Day, because I'm still trying to pick that up while I'm doing game dev stuff. If I put out my game dev stuff, that will probably override anything but the bots, any Batsu things, and any World of Horror stuff. Wednesday's gonna be a stream. It might be Slay the Spire, but if I think of something else, we'll see. Otherwise, I'll put it up to a vote. But we'll see. We'll see. So media literacy is a very good skill, and that's the thing, right? Media literacy is a good skill to have, and so is critical thinking. So are critical thinking skills. So always say it's logical to account for emotions, as oxymoronic as it is. So yeah, it's logical to account for emotions. So obviously, from a business standpoint, you need to, even if it's unjustified, you need to be wary of what you're going to do. But obviously, there's a point in which you have to take a stand. But at the same time, you have to be taking a stand for the right reasons. You can't just be misguided in things, which is why I am usually overly cautious, which is why when I take a vacation during the summer in Princess Maker 2, I'm going to be censoring things just to be sure. And whether you believe me or not, I mean, that's your imperative. I can only say things from my standpoint, and yeah, I'm just going to be safe and censor certain things. So, you know, as we get into Princess Maker 2 stuff, I'm gonna be doing research just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure, and if that's the case, and if that causes people to leave me for whatever reason, then, I mean, there's not much I can say at that point. But yeah, without further ado, if you want to support me anymore, though, you do what you can do. You know what to do, subscribing, commenting. You know, if you want to reach me and talk about things, I'm available usually on Discord through commenting on my videos. I have a business email, but please only use my business email for business contact things. Like if you want to do certain things, I might not be in the, like, I'm not willing to really commission anyone at the moment, but just know that if you have business things to do, that's probably the best thing to do. Discord is a close second, but Discord is more still an informal thing. We can start at Discord, but But just know sometimes I'm not always checking things because I might be in the middle of things. But yeah, without further ado, I won't take up more of your time. I'd like to thank anyone watching now or in the future as a VOD for watching. And if you have anything to say, again, I'm here. We're here for reasonable things. If you're being unreasonable, then I mean, just I can't really. There's no point of debate because obviously some people are already, you know, fixed on their ways, and it takes more than just, you know, internet videos or arguments to change things. You know, I do agree that there needs to be some amount of authority, like in real life, to deal with certain things, but there is a threshold for that as well. But yeah, without further ado, I want to take up more of your time. I hope you've enjoyed, if nothing else, me ranting on about things or me going through custom mysteries. But without further ado, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!